Go. Hello. Okay, are you ready? Okay, we're ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we're Ready HackerOne web service, and my name is Claire. This is Andy. This is Yi, and then Joe. And yeah, this is our project. So the task we were given by Exsilio today was to build an ordering system for Bonnie's famous vegan diner in under 24 hours. So it's quite a task. We're given several business requirements to meet, and then also simultaneous food service and world domination through our web app. So Andy's going to talk a little bit about the tech we use to build our app.
Let's actually dive straight into a demo of the UI. So Bonnie seems like, to me, like a very futuristic, like a restaurant. It has autonomous chefs, as well as facial recognition all around the restaurant. So when we designed this UI, we kept that in mind. So we had like kind of the glowing text at the top, as well as some sort of futuristic images at the background, like this one. So instead of logging in with a simple username and password, what we thought would be cool is to leverage the facial recognition technology that they already have inside the app, so that as soon as you open the app, it will find your face, it will recognize you, and then all you have to do is smile to sign in. And if that's not you that it recognizes, all you have to do is frown, and then you can just, this will pop up, and then you can sign in with a username and a password manually. So as you can see, Yi is now signed in. We actually have underneath the scene a user model that's attached to the order, so that when the user comes back in the future, we'll have their order history, as well as be able to, in the future, do some sort of recommendation based on what they ordered in the past. And it's a very simple UI. It's actually, this page is actually responsive. So as we scroll, you can see the 5 column becomes 3, 2, 1. So it works on both desktop, tablet, and mobile. And as soon as we add an item, on the left-hand side, we'll have a basket that kind of comes in that keeps track of all of your orders. You order, the cost of each, as well as the quantity of each, and when you're ready, just press this button to check out. This is where you put in your credit card information, as well as everything else that's necessary, and then you just submit the order, and there you go. Your confirmation number shows up, as well as your expected wait time on this page. So that's the UI for the customer. Now for the restaurant staff, as soon as the customer submits an order, they'll be able to see it in this page. This is actually a very simple table for them, but we have a kind of a tab system to allow you to filter through the different statuses, so you can see like just the fulfilled, or just the canceled, or the active orders that has been started but hasn't been completed. And you just, the waiters, the staff, they just press fulfill or cancel to update an order, and that will just make a request to the backend and update them. And finally, we have the expert functionality. So basically, this is for more advanced use cases where you need to get a dump of everything in the database, from like the order to the name of the order, as well as the quantity of the order. They're all there.
Does it have the order status there on the export?
Can you go back? So it has things like fulfilled and canceled, the timestamp.
We didn't.
Oh, we didn't.
Well, we did the status.
We did.
But we had some test data in here. But
So the intent was one of those columns would be the status column.
this
Yeah,
is
it's
not
working
working
right now.
the date time that
Maybe
status
you want-
was changed
Well,
to
that
that
was a
status.
requirement.
So if the status was fulfilled, then that date time could be a non-zero date time.
Right. Okay.
What you're seeing is test data.
Sure.
Yeah. And then moving on, I'm going to hand it over to Joe. He's going to talk a little bit about the architecture we use in our application.
Yeah, so hello everyone. It's a pretty simple, straightforward architecture. We've got MySQL database using Amazon RDS. We've got Node.js web service and a React. Where's the? And then this is our source for our web service. So we have a repository layer that knows how to talk to MySQL. We have a service layer that converts our MySQL data coming down into web view models. And then, of course, our API.
Yeah, and then anything else to add about the architecture?
Just show the sequels. We actually saying that they have to be sequel. So that's all.
Yeah. And then here's just the link for the GitHub, but we'll also make that readily available for you guys later. And then moving on. So future improvements we hope to achieve in our web app. We want to definitely get the facial recognition feature going to improve Bonnie's Diner because they already have that technology implemented. We also thought a voice login system would also be interesting, just to advance their already technological system. And then we also want to implement machine learning. And we also thought a delivery tracker would be cool. We also want to implement the email SMS service for the customer so they can just in real time track their order. And then thank you guys for listening. Does anyone have any questions or any comments about the tech?
So I might have missed it. Which language did you guys use to build the actual?
Oh yeah, can we go back to the tech slide? So this is all the things.
Okay.
So for front end, we use a mixture of React with HTML and CSS. So
Okay.
we use the semantic UI library
Okay.
for front end development. And then for back end, we use the Node and Express for our API and service.
Okay.
And then the AWS RDS to host our AWS.
Okay, awesome. Do you have any other authentication besides the facial recognition?
Yes, so facial recognition is the default authentication. If you don't do that, you can actually sign in manually. So you see the sign manually button?
So username and password?
Yeah, using username and password.
Okay.
And for facial recognition, you have to smile, right? It's not just your face.
Yeah, you have to smile because we want some kind of validation that it is indeed you, because we know facial recognition works like maybe 80-90% accuracy, but not 100%. So we don't want you to order as someone else.
Can you show us the restaurant staff UI again?
Yeah, sure.
So, can you scroll up to the top there? Okay. So basically, this is the order queue, and it's default on all orders. And if I was working at the restaurant, I wanted to see what orders are in there right now that need to be fulfilled. Would that be active?
Yeah, that would be active
Okay.
orders.
And then I just click on the green button when
Yeah.
I make the
And
sandwich
then
order.
it will go into the fulfilled.
Got it. Okay. Cool. And then can I see the export one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you guys have basically the same set of columns we had, except you added the image URL. Cool.
We follow the same scheme.
Okay, cool. And then popularity of individual items, do you have anything like that? That was on the very last, you might have missed it, it's on page 4.
No,
in the
no,
back.
that's not something.
No worries. Very cool, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I really especially like the facial recognition stuff, that's awesome. Yeah, good job. And then just for the record, your full names, first and last name?
Clarcely Rodriguez.
Okay.
Andy, Zhu.
Okay. And you too? Sorry.
Ija.
Uh-huh.
And Joseph News.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much.